Welcome to Minutes with Lynnis, brought to you by Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond. Embark on this journey with me, Lynnis Woods Mullins, your certified holistic living and wellness expert for women over 40, as we explore tips for an ever-growing mind, body, and spirit in just a few minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so excited. It's Motivation Monday. I am excited to be here today because we have a guest, Jenny Lee Hodgins.
Very good.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Jenny, tell us a little bit about you and how you came to have an expertise in learning how to boost creativity and also transform negative self-talk. How did all that come about?
Holy moly, that's a loaded question. First of all, thank you, Lynnis, for having me today. I'm so excited to be here. I have been a creator since I was a kid, and writing stories or poetry or playing piano, then writing my own music. And I ended up leaving a teaching job and coming up to Kentucky about a year and a half ago to be caregiver for my mother. And I wanted to do something from home. So it's kind of a fun adventure to start writing books and blogging and podcasting and launching my own online business. It just kind of flowed in sync with how I roll as a creator. Just try something new and see how it works. So I wanted to give really good quality content for people and offer tips for how other people can nurture their creativity and how I do it.
How can people get unstuck when they're trying to unlock their creativity?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. And every creator has that question at some point. First thing I do is I place limits, or I put myself in a box, or I give myself parameters or a structure. I'm going to write 8 bars of music and repeat it, and then write 8 bars of completely different music. It depends on what your creative mode is, and you can decide your own box. And once you have that box, it's really important to have a structure, I think, because creativity can be so wide. And so if we give ourselves, I'm only going to stay right here, then it's amazing the kind of ideas that you'll come up with just within some limits that you set for yourself. The second thing I would do is, this is what I do, is I let go of my head, my mood, my expectations, and my ego. I don't care about the results. I don't care about what it's going to be. And then I tap into what I believe in, what I care about, and I let everything come from that inner compass. The other thing I would say is, a lot of times when you get blocked, or when I get blocked, it's because I didn't allow for failure. And I think that's a really key point for creative people. Allow yourself failures. And I just spoke with a composer recently, a film composer I interviewed. She's on my podcast this month, Kristen Baum, and she said, and she said, when you have a failure, this tells you as much as success. So what you want to do is keep that curiosity going and ask a question. What didn't work? Why did it fail? And explore that. Sometimes you need things like what I would call ways to nurture your creativity. And sometimes that is just something as simple as take a break, get some rest, get some downtime.
I don't know why we as women, a lot of us have problems about the idea of just taking a break, period. We feel like we have to be doing all the time.
Right.
And we have to remind ourselves that it's okay to be a human being.
Right.
Just be. Allow yourself to just be in that moment, or be in whatever's going to foster communication. Tell me a little bit about the negative self-talk and how we can stop that from impeding our creative process.
Recognize that things are not black and white. And when you have a negative voice or a negative self-talk, lay it out. Let's look at 5 different options, maybe the extreme this way and the extreme that way, and pick 3 more in the middle and think it through a little bit so that it's not so extreme. That's one way, at least, to be aware, of that negative stuff. And then practice those positive affirmations. I'm constantly listening to positive stuff, reading positive books, engaging with positive people like Lynnis, and taking action for me helps. Just instead of thinking, take action. So I'm not worried about something. Take action. I'm getting closer to it instead of worrying about it. Talking to new people, getting new ideas from different kinds of people, exploring something new, just try something completely out of your wheelhouse or out of your zone. And for me, I would have to say to myself, like I said at the beginning, I would have to say, this is going to be the worst it's ever going to be, so that I have no expectation. And then it really does, when you go back to whatever it is that you have to, be creative for, it does reboost, and because it creates new neurological pathways, and you have a new way of thinking. Yeah.
That's true. Talk about that a little bit for those people who don't understand what the neurological pathway is.
When you do something new, it literally creates a whole new, not just one, but it ignites like a whole process of neurological new thinking processes that go in all kinds of new different directions. And that's where a lot of your creativity will come from, just from being exposed to new people, new things, new ways of doing things like that.
One of the things that I learned was how color can impact us and how it can help promote certain energies to foster in something that you're trying to accomplish. So sometimes when I really need to be creative, I put on orange.
Beautiful.
It seems like whenever I put on orange, I feel more creative. I feel more focused. And for maybe somebody else, if it's not just the orange, maybe it's another color that makes you feel good. And lots of times when you're feeling good, if you get in that feel good mode, you're able to create in that feel good mode as well. I'm really interested in knowing, what do you guys do when you're feeling blocked, or what do you do to get motivated and inspired to create? Sometimes for me, it's just I got nothing. I'm just not motivated, don't have the mojo or whatever.
I want to say to you about that, because I go through the exact same thing. And what I've learned is what you said earlier. Sometimes just it means that your system's shutting down and your body's telling you, you don't need to do anything. Just rest. And don't worry about it. You'll be there in the right time, in the right place, and it'll all come to you. But right now you might need to just get away from it all. That's that time on the shelf that we really do need to recognize as important.
I wanted to also share with all of you who are watching the video, when you meet that creative challenge and you surpass it and something really wonderful comes out of it, don't forget to celebrate it.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Don't forget to say thank you and be grateful and to celebrate it. I think when you do that, it just fosters more positive things happening. Yeah, so I really do believe that. Jenny, it was a delight to have you, and thank you so much for being on Lynnis Minutes. It's been wonderful, and thank you for all the tips.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to interviewing you for your creative chord very soon. So everybody stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. And goodbye, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have something to share, please comment below. For more Wellness Woman videos, be sure to click the subscribe button below and check out my Facebook group, Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond. But most importantly, don't forget to love yourself and educate, encourage, and empower your mind, body, spirit wellness.